Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alvin. I'm a part-time reseller here in Singapore, and in my channel I usually do mainly my eBay stuff. I sell on eBay International and sometimes do unboxing and also vlogs, and with the pandemic still raging across the whole of Asia and because of the Delta variant, so to speak, I took the chance to also sell down my toys, which I've kept for quite a bit of many years, I guess. And in today's video, today it's Wednesday and I'm here quite early. I was actually here in the morning because apparently two buyers were in Singapore. They were going to pick up their toys from me at very early hours, basically, before they're going to head to work. The two items were basically one Master Universe Castle Grayskull that I kept with me for very long, like I think it was in 2013 that I got it, and I finally let it go because I could manage to find it and it's in one corner of my storeroom. I sold it for like $2,400 and I got it for about 400 US. So give and take, you still earn, but of course with the number of years that you kept with it, it's better putting your money elsewhere, I guess. But of course, back then toys was a thing for me and I started collecting back then. And I also sold off my not one, not two, but three Transformers to another buyer who also picked up around the same time. Sold about 300 Singapore dollars. All this through Carousell, which is a local marketplace here in Singapore. And for international eBay, I've actually have two items going out the door. Today we will most likely talk about Singapore Post. Singapore Post, if you're unaware, it is the cheapest way to send things overseas. You do have your DHL, your FedEx, which is in Singapore, but to be frank, will not be using them anytime soon because their rates are pretty expensive unless you really need to. But in this context, if you're wondering, Singpost actually, if you're seeing my videos for the first time, you might be wondering why is that easy to ship and everything. Because easy to ship this year, Singpost is mandated and is required that if you want to send anything international, you do need to declare through easy to ship. It's a website, and easy to ship is like a one-stop shop to anything that you require, the registered mail, your international mail, and your courier service, which is Speedpost, Singpost version courier service, I guess. It's something like DHL and FedEx. And the reason why I'm talking about this now is I have a story to tell. It's a very short story, I hope. I have two parcels with Speedpost or Singpost. I actually shipped them out. It was in my last few videos. I shipped them out to Canada. Somehow both parcels were not delivered and it got sent back to me. I could not retrieve them because I refused to pay the return shipping. The return shipping is as much as the postage to the country itself. And if you're an international seller, basically it can happen. And that's the reason why I always choose registered mail. Registered mail in Singapore goes up to 2 kg. And of course, you do need to have the height, weight, the height, breadth, length, breadth requirement, the measurement requirements, so to speak. As long as it doesn't hit 90 cm, you're ready to go. And for the two parcels going out the door, even though both are pretty expensive, one it's about 400 US. There's a 3A 2 Self 2 that I'm selling. Those I'm selling at a loss. I got it way back at quite expensive. I mean, can't even remember how much is it, but it's definitely not 400 US. 50 US shipping rate. I'm going to put a picture of it over here. And the other one's going to Russia. Russia, that one, unfortunately, it's above 2 kg. That one, I think, is about 4 kg. Because I look at the manifest back then, which was on the carton box, it's 4.6. So that one has to go by Speedpost. And the difference between the two, mainly the cost. 2 kg, it's basically, if you go through registered mail, it's about 60 Singapore dollars. But in Speedpost, which is the courier service of it, they call it the better service, is 160 Singapore dollars. 160 Singapore dollars is a lot of money. So that's why I choose registered mail any given time. Even though, of course, registered mail it insures up to $68, and of course, with Speedpost is 150 Singapore dollars, which you can add on if you wish to. The reason why I'm also inclined to only use registered mail if I choose to is the fact is registered mail, if you're unaware, let's say if an item is not sent, as in that is undelivered, it comes back to you free. Like legit, it's free. I have a parcel in my home that sent to Brazil. Somehow the buyer didn't pick it up, and then it got en route back to me, and it's free. And for the 2 parcels that is stuck with Speedpost, it's permanently stuck there unless I pay the postage rate, which I refuse to because the item itself is already that much. So I'm going to forego that and take a loss on that, I guess. And of course, I'm going to show you something. Okay, I have here with me the $400 package that I need to send to US. Is it US? Yeah, it's to US, and I'm gonna double box it. Why? Because I did put it in my listing that I needed to. I'm gonna double box it lah. So, and of course, if you're gonna find a box, do try to find those that's a single, single. I don't know how to call it lah. Basically, it's thinner as opposed to, because earlier I was trying to fit these two into this box that I managed to fit, and it's very thick. It's double layered. Look at it versus this. You see the two difference? Yeah, this is double layer. So this is actually much heavier, and it actually crossed the 2 kg mark. And with this is only, if I'm not wrong, 1.8. The item itself was 1.8. Item itself is 1.5, so below 2 kg is going out the door at, below 2 kg, so it's registered mail. And I've checked, it should be about 60 Singapore dollars. Versus this box here, the top few are those I'm going to sell on to a Carousell buyer. Or this, it's I think 140 Singapore dollars. And this box, unfortunately, will be sent by Speedpost because it's very heavy. And of course the length, breadth and height is crossing the 90 cm mark. So you do have to bear in mind what you're selling on eBay and whether it makes sense to sell on eBay. This was going to go out at 500 US. I did put a shipping rate of 150 US dollar. It doesn't really cover the so-called shipping rate to US, but luckily it's sent to Russia. And even though if it's Russia at 4.6 kg, it's still quite a hefty price. And yeah, I'm going to show you something. Usually when I send to Russia or even China, those that have another language, you might want to put the address in their language, which I will. I Google translate his address, and then the translated Russian language, I'm going to write it down on the box just in case, so to speak. But it doesn't really matter because as long as the registered address is on eBay, you should be good to go. And let's say for these two box here, I'm going to put them side by side. If you're going to send them out, one is registered mail, which is Singpost. The other one is Speedpost, also by Singpost. Both goes out the door. And then let's say if both got returned, this box will be returned back to me free. Like free. He will, the delivery guy will come in and say somehow it will be unclaimed. This, basically, Singpost will tell you that you need to spend money to get it back. Which is kind of a shame because you actually spend, this is $60 over dollars, this one is like $100, $200, $300 both of postage, and you have to get it back at the same price. So that's one of the reasons why I choose not to send by Speedpost. Bearing costs and everything, and of course the service itself, which it's quite unfortunate that my two parcels are stuck with Speedpost. So that's one of the reasons why I will always choose registered mail versus Speedpost. There are also other reasons which I will get to that maybe in another video or so. So for now, I'm gonna send those two later and wait for the buyer, and I'll catch you guys next time. Do like the video if you think this is useful to you, and stay tuned for more. If you can, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.